Think about what I just said. I want you to understand how many women who, when there's doubt, indecision, or question, the answer is going back to school. You lose your job, go back to school. Broke up with your man, go back to school. Dog died, go back to school. Everything is always solved by going back to school. To where even I'm going to upload a video in the morning where I was talking to a woman, and as I was laying it out, she was smiling because I was telling her, talking about her. A woman who's a nurse, who, just like the sister I'm talking about earlier, who had a master's, who had all these engagements but never been married, and at the end of the day, in their 30s, in their late 20s, early 30s, it seems that so many of our sisters, when everyone else is expected to be getting married, when Becky, Mylene, Marisol, and Anu are likely getting married at a rate of 50% or more, it's after 26 years old, is when, or after 25 years old, so many women, black women in this case, and this is about black women tonight, seem to run back to school. And it is the worst thing you can do. Why? Well, I'm about to tell you. Let's see what the likes are. We're about on track. Why is it the worst thing you can do? Well, understand something. Hey, Jessica X, what's going on? One, Jessica X mentioned perpetually building debt. One, you probably don't have a degree in science, engineering, technology, and math. So your degree is likely rather useless. Two, if you had a thriving career, or even better, a man that you held in high esteem and value actively vetting you to be his wife, you would not be running back to college or university to sign up for 2 to 3 more years of sticking your head in the sand, burying your head in a book, acquiring more debt, just to artificially increase your perceived sexual marketplace value in your mind. What happens, Jessica, when they go back to school? They take 2 or 3 more years out of the market. They don't have time to date. I can't date. I'm busy. I got to go to class. There's nothing more frustrating than trying to date a woman in her late 20s who's always in French toast flipping class. What you mean you in class? You better come on. We better go on. But no, I got to go to class. I got homework. I got this. I got that. Why? Well, I decided to go back to school. I ain't doing nothing else. I might as well go get my master's.
I'm a PhD.
I ain't got nothing else to do. I might as well go get my master's. The company paid for it. I might as well go get my master's. Might as well go. You got some of the most useless masters having women ever. But what you don't have is you don't typically see women going to get their masters, and they also got a personal trainer, and they keeping their body as their size 4. Oh my God!
I'll make you famous.
Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me, because when you run back to school, inevitably, you're going to work in the day, going to school in the evening. If you decide to quit and go back to school, either way, you are out of the dating scene. You are geographically locked to an area. So even if you happen to go somewhere on a girls trip or something, and you met a man of value, you can't move. Jessica, where's the woman in the chat room? Give me a woman's name in the chat room. Let me see. I need a lady in the chat room. I'm gonna use the name Michelle. Michelle. So even if Michelle were to go out to Dallas or Houston, matter of fact, I'm going to be on the road this month, Houston, New York, and Miami. If Michelle went out with her girlfriends in Houston and ran into Tony, and they hit it off, she just enrolled in class. How's she going to have time to date Anthony? She doesn't. She's busy. She's got homework afterward. She's tired all the time. Got class, this, that. You're geographically locked and tied to that university. What did I say? So many sisters are wedded to institutions, either your job or a school. So basically, you're just telling men, I am off the market for the next 2 years. And then you know what happens, Jessica? After that, after they go get their degree, it only makes common sense that they want to at least try to benefit financially from it. So they want to turn around and try to get a couple more years of increased earnings out of it. So effectively, taking the next 5 years away, a 25-year-old woman going back to school she is saying hello to the wall, and no one stops you. Go on, girl, go get your master's, go on and get your PhD.
I'm a PhD.
And then what you do to keep yourself occupied so you don't feel so lonely, you get a what? Can't date anybody, don't want to date anybody, can't get serious about anybody because you don't want to get distracted, because you don't want to flunk out of this French toast program. So anytime you might run into any man that might be close to suitable, you find ways to get rid of him. Find ways for him to be wrong. When his elbow is out, his toe is out of place, his nose is crooked. Ooh, he got a pimple on it. Now, I'll wait, yeah, I'm talking about, y'all know if I'm right in the chat room, give me a high five. If I'm right in the chat room, give me a high five. You know I'm talking about. Oh, it ain't you. It ain't you, Michelle. It's your cousin. Jessica, it ain't you. I'm talking about your cousin. I'm talking about Janet. Because everyone else, all other women in the world realize that, getting more education just makes it harder for me to be found by that high caliber man that I want. Because one, I'm out of the active dating and social scene. I become a student again, an old ass student. And I artificially am increasing my overall estimation of myself, my overall assumed sexual marketplace value. So now when I had a BA in business administration, now when I come out with a master's in marketing, now all of a sudden I feel like I'm worth more. So I can't date a guy who doesn't have a college degree. He needs to have at least a BA. And on and on and on. Then you go get your master's and you look around and you're 30 years old, late 20s, 28, or 27 to 29. You're looking around, you're looking on your left finger, ain't nobody calling you, you're swiping left, swiping right. All you're doing is hooking up, and it starts to get even more and more bleak. Your dogs are getting older. Shit's getting tight. Your co-workers is coming back, married with babies, and you just sitting around looking and staring down the barrel of a 45.
Danger zone!
Straight up in the danger zone. And this is when they make the worst mistake of all, Jessica. This is when they make the worst mistake. Brian. What do? They decide to go all the way, and I'm bet it all on black, and I'm going to go
I'm a PhD.
I'm going to get the PH flipping D. I'm going to get the PhD so I can come out being Dr. Badass. I'm a PhD. 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 Then you sign up for another 2 or 3 years of school so you can have doctor by your name, doctor alone. Because at the end of the day, after this master's, this MBA, this PhD, you are in your 30s. You're square in your 30s on the same dating market, 5 years older, 5 years more used, 5 years out of the game with an increased estimation of your sexual marketplace value, not wanting to settle for less, out here with your nose up here, and you can't see nobody. Then what happens? 31 becomes 32, 32 becomes 33. Then you start to get desperate. Then you start looking for, I'm about to go in. Hold on, girls. Hold on, ladies. I'm about to go in. Jessica, you know what they do next? This is when they start going on their Facebook and start looking for the exes. How you doing, Roger? How you doing, Daryl? Hey, we went to college together. Yeah, how you doing? That's when you get the hey big head text. That's right. That's when because they know ain't no man in the future looking for them, so they start looking through the trash heap of their past. Woo, holy Jesus. I know it. It burns. Oh, it burns. Oh. Jessica, they start looking through the trash heap of their past, looking for old ex-boyfriend, somebody I done had sex with before, or at least, maybe he'll accept me with 35, 40 more pounds on. He liked me then. He might like me now. Oh, and what happens is you end up just running up your body count, wasting your time. Because he's like, well, why didn't you want to get with me when you was 23 and fine? Now you're 33 and fluffy. Now you want me? No. Back then you didn't want me. Now you're fat. You all on me. I'm going to hell. Oh, back then didn't want me. Now she's fat. She's all on me. No, 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 no. Because now you desperate. Now you desperate.
That was pathetic.
That's what they think when you inbox them. No, she didn't hit me up. I used to try to date her, but back in the day, she wanted to go on the girls' trip and hot girl summer. Now it's 10 years later. She got a master's and a PhD. Now she want to come back around. You know why?
You are not prepared.
You were not prepared for the rest of life. You just thought, I'll go get a master's and a PhD, and when I decide to, I'll just go get a man off the high value tree. It'll all work out for me. But it didn't. It didn't. Now you're mad at the world. You're mad at life. Then you start talking about where all the men at? Where all the men at? Because 20, yay, feminism. 30, where all, I'm a PhD and you're 40. Where all the men at? So then you mess around and you slide smooth on past. Like, remember we talked about Monopoly yesterday? This is when they going past those purple properties. They slide. See, in Monopoly, when it gets late in the game, where all the properties have houses and hotels on them. See, I used to like to have what I call murderer's row, where if I tried to own the entire side of the board, the railroad, the utilities, and all the properties, you needed to either roll community chess, chance, or roll straight tens from here to here to get away from me. I tried to own all of it. They come around, and the next thing you know, you coming around that corner, you see all them houses and hotels on those properties. Then they buttholes start getting tight because that's the time ticking. Every decision becomes more and more critical. I can't date the wrong guy now because I gotta know for sure that he's the one. I'm not 22 anymore. I'm 35, and I gotta know because if I make the wrong decision and marry him now, I'm going to burn the last 2-3 good eggs I have. Get a paper bag, start panic attacking and shit, start getting off, then get frantic, and then turn around looking at men ain't shit. The reason I'm in the position I'm in is because ain't no good men out there. That's why. Not because I mismanaged my youth, not because I didn't prioritize finding a man like I prioritized my degree in this so-called career path. No, the reason is because ain't no good men out there, and all the good ones is gay or in jail and the down low or married to white women. That's why I'm 190 pounds at 5'4" and alone. That's it. Because I'm a dime. I'm a 10. 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 I'm perfect in every way. I am all these great and wonderful things. That's what they've been told. That's what they believe, and they get together with their friends and their sorority sisters and their church lines and their line sisters and everything else, and they reinforce these crazy notions with one another. Then they mess around and come on to a channel like this, and they hear the reality. They hear the reality. What's that reality? That ain't our fault. It ain't the men's fault. That's the reality. They hear the reality that, you should have done something different. And then what are they like?
Kevin, God damn it.
First thing they get mad at me. They get mad at me. Who are you? Who hurt you? Who hurt you? Your mama black. You gay. But then they start to slowly sit around and look. And then they start looking through all them books they bought with Steve Harvey and all these other people talking about.
I said go bear the bear.
Looking at you. Don't forget this and you love that.
Circus, Afro circus, Afro circus, Afro, polka dot, Afro.
That's why they're going up to church every day so their pastor can keep telling them, you a queen, girl, and God got your blessing to the side. Don't you wait, don't you settle. Pass the tithe, pass the offering, pass the, we got the building fund and the church fund and the shoe fund. Keep it going. That's right. That's right. And then you got the pastor pimping you on one side. You got the date. You got them folks telling you. Then you come around in here and you get mad at folks like myself. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry because at the end of the day, at the end of the day, what ends up happening? What ends up happening, fellas? What ends up happening is we get here. What is that? That's no man's land. That's the area between 36 and 60 where all you see is open expanses of land and tumbleweeds. That's what your dating opportunity looks like. That's what your married potential looks like. Get the likes up, folks. 60 seconds, we go to intermission if we don't have over 50%. That's what it is, these tumbleweeds. And you're in your late 30s. You're certainly over 35. You're 36 to 45. Still in striking area. Well, actually, you're 36 to about 40. You're still in striking distance. You still have some eggs that are on life support. It's true. They're dying. Oh, God. I'm going to hell. oh, oh. I'm just imagining a woman's ovaries and eggs in their own life support. I'm imagining a woman going on OBGYN ovaries on life support. They in there like this. Oh, God. Oh, eggs just. Don't get mad at me.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
Oh, that's right. Your eggs is just on. Who can draw a cartoon? I want somebody to draw a cartoon with ovums in an old folks' home on walkers and on oxygen. Trying to get down the fallopian tube. But everybody else could figure it out if they actually needed a man. That a man was something that made life worth living. That a man wasn't there to hurt you or break you and do all these kind of mean things that the society and your mama and your cousin, your nene and them told you about us. And you're 36 to 40 and you still got them eggs on life support. This is when you start making deals and taking them to the grocery store and to the freezer. You putting them back there in the ice chest, going to 7-Eleven and on queue, buying all the goddamn ice and putting your eggs on. God damn it. Putting your eggs on ice and shit. Like, what? Imagine you go in somebody's refrigerator and be like, hey, you need to get something to drink. What's that back there? Where's the ice? You got an ice maker? Don't go in the ice maker. Why not? My eggs is in there. What? Yeah, my eggs is in Can you imagine? You're sitting there drinking a nice glass of bourbon. And you're like, what's this in my ice? Kind of grainy. Anybody watch The Mandalorian? If you watch The Mandalorian, remember when Baby Yoda was eating that lizard's eggs? Oh my God. Get through it. Why is it so funny? Because the punchline is on you. The joke's on you. You've been mad at men for the longest, and you ain't had no man to speak of since you left your first fiance. Oh shit! God damn it! You ain't had no man to speak of since you left your first fiance. Well, since you left that first guy who was really good for you, but the sex wasn't good enough, or the one guy who didn't challenge you, or whatever stupid reason most of you figured to lose a perfectly suitable man in pursuit of your PH, French Toast D, Masters, and everything else, and now you look up and you're way in no man's land. And you are 40, and the reality is set in. Your first dog is dead or on the way out. Get off me, Fido. Yeah, you done had him since 25. He's dead. She's dead. And now you realize no man in the future, went through the trash heap of my past, mismanaged opportunities. So now what does it look like? I am 40 with a master's or a PhD, and I'm making $70,000 a year. Not rich, not broke, but definitely not enough to travel the world, retire, anything else. I'm making enough money to look down at the average man, to making enough money to start thinking about everything I used to say about these men that I passed over. If I gotta marry a man who's just making what I'm making, I might as well do single. I can do bad all by myself. Then you start looking and realizing that, damn, I did not realize that men were more than wallets and penises. They actually had some value to my life. And now it's like, what do I do? What do I do? What's the solution, Kevin? Stop bashing us. What's the solution? The solution is this. Uh, what do you look like? Height, weight, dress size. Then you get mad at me because the game is still what it was. Height, weight, dress size. You need to get realistic. Are you willing to settle? I'd rather die alone. But the ones you, and the end goal is this. You look at a woman that I described, educated, intelligent, has had career success. All these things that previous generations of women could only dream and fantasize about. But do you look at her outcomes in her personal life, and they tend to line up straight with a ratchet chick. What difference does it make? Why do you need a master's?
I'm a PhD.
Or a PhD to be a baby mama like this chick? Why do you need college debt and a BMW and all this other stuff to end up getting the same thing that the ratchet chick in the hood gets? You're getting the same kind of ratchet outcomes with your overly educated self. Overly educated, ratchet outcomes. She's looking at you like, I ain't $100,000 in debt. I may not be as smart as you. I may not have my PhD or whatever. But you over here single as French toast like me. You ain't got no husband. You got a baby daddy too. He just got a business card. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? Was it worth becoming overly educated? At the end of the day, is it going to be worth it if you're going to get the same outcomes as these ratchets and hoods and whatever? You know what I'm saying? Is it worth it? Your master's, your PhD, what is it worth? And what I've heard more often than not, it's worth less. Don't get mad at me. Don't shoot the messenger. Because if you decide to go back to school, spend all this time, waste all this energy, waste all this effort to jack your price up, to take you out of the market, to make yourself one of these new age, modern, hyperly complex women. Next week, we're going to talk about the engagement queens and how complex it is to date modern women. It shouldn't, the more complicated it is to date a woman, the more you should run. It should really be simple. Dating and relationships should really be simple, but now it's like calculating. It's like doing calculus in fourth space. All the different variables. That's why I hear women on these different shows, and you ask them about a woman, and what's the answer? Well, it all depends. I can't speak for all women. Everybody's situation is different. You know what that's basically saying? I don't want to make any judgment because there are too many moving pieces on everybody's different thing. We have overly complicated mating and dating. Men and women get together for practical reasons. You get somebody who looks roughly like you and you carry your ass on down the field. You don't get somebody that looks like you want them to, ladies. You don't get a man who's on your socioeconomic level. You get a man that's on your looks level. Modern women have overly complicated themselves for the dating marketplace. You have put too many variables in this situation to where it makes it damn near impossible for you to even date effectively. That's why when you get to be in your late 30s and time is pressuring you, instead of making a more wise decision, you panic. I don't know. I can't pick wrong because you mismanage your youth. But maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm just making this shit up. Maybe being overly educated will lead to beneficial outcomes. Maybe the master's and the PhD was the forerunner to having a brilliant outcome. What do you guys think? What do we think? Do you think that's so? Well, I don't know, Kevin. Why you say this, man? You know, other people from other races get masters and PhDs. Yeah, but they also get husbands. A master's or a PhD, an advanced degree, should not automatically exclude you from mating and dating. Why does it seem to be that way in our community? The old mythos was that the men weren't there. The men weren't available. Wrong. 51% of black men are single and childless, 64% in the middle class. There are enough men to go around. Not one for one, but there are plenty enough to at least get to if you double the marital rate, then instead of 1 out of 4, you got 2 out of 4. But the thing is, ladies, before I open the line, can you honestly say you have put the kind of time, effort, energy, and focus into becoming a wife and being found by the man and finding the man you would like to spend the rest of your life with as you've done into this so-called career? Into this so-called, you put 4 years into college, 6 years or 8 years. How much time have you really sat down mapping out the man that you would fit? Oh, I forgot. God's supposed to send it to you. That's right. If you just go to church and pay your tithes and offerings, God will send them to you. That's right, because you're Southerner from the Midwest, and it's about God. God gonna do this. God ain't got nothing to do with this. This your choice. I know some women are hot. You want to call in? Let's talk about it. 2 rules. 1, you cannot overtalk me. 2, I'll be nice to you if you're nice to me. I want to hear from the women only. No men, 0 men. I want to hear from the women who disagree with me, think I'm off base, think I don't know what I'm talking about. If you agree with me, there's no reason to call in. I want to hear from the women who are really trying to understand why the French toast you might be in this situation. Because this is what I'm hearing from the men. Definitely hearing from the guy. The more educated a woman is, especially in our community, the more difficult she seems to be to date. And the less decisive she tends to be. Oh my. Oh my. So that's what it is. Oh, and shout out to did y'all see Modern Women Out of Control with the little attitude stuff last night? Yeah, man. Wait till you see what I upload tomorrow. We're gonna get into it. Call lines are about to be open. Ladies only, ladies only, ladies only. Let's get to it. Friday night show. Good stuff. Oh, peace and let's go.
Money work, el mundo quiere dinero. Money work, se arregla con dinero. Money work, si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar, un lugar para trabajar, y si no hay pues emigrar. Todo money, todo el dinero. Solo un par de gente se lleva el botín entero. Funny, pasa verdadero. Si tienen lo verde siempre llegará primero.
You must be on camera. You must be on camera to get in the Zoom room. You don't necessarily have to be on the YouTube camera, but you must be on camera. No camera, no call. Come up. I'm a PhD. Don't you be dissing my PhD. PhDs are valuable.
Money work, yo digo las cosas como como son. No quiero ninguna aceptación. Tampoco vengo a pedir perdón porque mis sentimientos se volvieron la canción. Yeah. No me vale mucho como tú me ves. Sabes, tú me llegas solo a los pies. Para mí ser grande es un interés.
Always over here insulting the PhDs and the masters.
Dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo voy.
PhD, but you can't keep no man. PhD, but you can't keep a man.
Money
PhD,
de corazón. La plata
I got a PhD. Don't talk shit to me. I got a PhD. I'll go buy another dog before I deal with you. PhD, I don't need no man. I got a
I'm a
PhD.
PhD.
I would not choose to be. I got a PhD. PhD, but you can't find no man. PhD, can't find no man. I didn't do it. It ain't my fault. It ain't my fault. Now, seriously, this is how we're going to do this. And all joking aside, all right. I want it to be a reasonable conversation, ladies. I try to have a conversation, have a decent, at least have an agreement about an outcome. How are you going to get to where you say you want? But again, you got to be, you have to be on camera over there. And if you're not, no point. Ladies only. Ladies only. I'll be nice to you if you're nice to me. Do you have a dog? Shout out to Jigsaw. Jig Sizzle. Big Jeezy. Big Saw. The People's Jigsaw. The People's Jigsaw. That's funny. You remember the People's Elbow from The Rock? The People's Jigsaw. All right. I see men's names in here, so I'm going to remove you. If you are a man in the Zoom room, go away. What the French toast is wrong with y'all, man? Oh, yeah, you get to go bye-bye. Apparently, you didn't hear. So, let me go ahead and help this dude out. I meant what I said, dude. Bye, man. Takesha. Go ahead and unmute yourself. Unmute. How are you? I am well. Just a second. Let me get some things going on over here. How old are you? 42. So, what do you got for me on the topic?
Well, I will tell you that. Wait, first, can I just keep it on? I don't want to be on the YouTube camera.
That's fine.
That's okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
What do you disagree with me on?
No, I agree with everything so much. A lot of it really hurts.
Okay. Now,
But
I wanted women who disagree.
Oh, okay. I missed that.
Go ahead and be real quick because as I get people I'm trying to get people who are in disagreement or have a question. But go ahead.
I mean, well, I do want to know. So I am fortunate enough to, I take long breaks in between relationships, but I never have a problem establishing one. I do have a problem
What's the question?
keeping them. I don't know what to do.
Why
at
can't you
this
keep a
point.
relationship?
I mean, well, I've been in one for 3 years. It seems like it's always 3 years, 4 years, and then
Why don't you get married?
I have never been asked.
Why are you dating men who don't want to marry you?
Never believed it that way. I always
Do you
think
think
conversation.
how long do you think you're supposed to date somebody?
Not very long, but in
So
the
3 or
past, I
4
thought
years
it
is
was
a long time.
very long. Yeah.
I mean, this is very simple. See, you're educated women, but you get real game goofy when it gets to relationships. You know, good and doggone well, you shouldn't be dating nobody 4 years.
Mm.
Well, I mean, what am I supposed to I mean, it's not like, I mean, it's 2 plus 2 is 4.
Hmm.
How you dating somebody for 4 years or 3 years, and then you say, well, the problem is not that I don't have a problem getting men. Well, you got a problem getting the right man.
Hmm. I do.
What are you doing about it? I mean, where's your dad?
I always hope. My father's in New York,
Okay.
and I knew him, but we weren't.
Okay. Okay.
He wasn't. Yeah.
So, do you have any children
I do. I have 2 children. One in high school, one in junior high school.
by the same father?
No.
There you go.
Hmm.
I mean, so I don't understand why a woman with 2 kids by 2 different men with a kid in high school and what?
Junior high.
And what grade in high school?
She's a junior, so she'll
So
be a senior next year.
she's 16 years old,
17. Mhm.
17. So you had a kid at 25, 24,
I did. So yeah,
without a husband.
without a husband.
And this made so much sense that you went and did it again with another man.
My understanding at the time was completely off, completely wrong.
But did it? But did it make? I don't. Okay. I don't understand. What understanding do you need? That you need a man?
Well, now my situation is I've been in this relationship for almost 3 years, and I know that I'm running out of options because of my age. So,
What do you mean this relationship? Are you living in the same state?
yeah, we're in the same state.
Does he? How old is he?
He's 41.
Does he have any children?
No.
Then he's not marrying you. I don't know what do you mean. There's no. You've been in this relationship for 3 years. It's dead. It's going nowhere.
Yeah. Lately, I've been getting that feeling.
Lately,
I have been feeling that.
ma'am. See, the world has coddled you ladies so much.
It has.
To where you can sit here and sound innocent. At 42, with 2 children, and tell a sob story of 4 years, 3 years, I don't know, getting the information. You decided to date a man who had no children. Did he ever state that he wanted to marry you and be a stepfather to your children?
No, he did.
Then why are you still here? Because I don't have better options. And this is what it gets right down to. So I get where a lot of women are today, but you guys got to own this stuff. Take strict accountability.
To definitely do that.
Well, you're not, because you're still in it.
Well, there's nothing I can say that is not going to point back to me. So my reaction right now is because of how much truth I'm finding on your show.
But you have 2 daughters?
Amazing.
You have 2
I
daughters?
do.
Okay,
I do.
So what do you think they're seeing?
I know what they're seeing, and all of that, it does kill me, but I can't stay down. I have to fight. So what I'm fighting for now is to make sure that my girls do not make the same mistake that I did. And luckily,
have you had any therapy?
Yeah, I have.
When?
I have, but to tell you,
when
was the last? Hold on a second.
When was the last? How many times have you had therapy?
No. I'm the last year. I mean,
okay.
2015, and it was while I was in school due to a lot of school stress.
So you weren't in therapy for your school stress.
No, that's what brought me to therapy. But when we got into therapy, I took care of everything. Yeah.
But what brought you there was school stress. Not, I'm a two-time baby mama in school. See?
Well, yeah, absolutely.
I'm repeating what you said. What
No, I'm
brought me
saying that.
Stop, breathe. What brought you was the therapist at school.
Yeah. Yes, the therapist was
the
at
therapist
school.
was at school. So, arguably, if you weren't in school, you wouldn't have saw that therapist, whether school stress or not.
No. That's not true. That's not true because I have always known that I needed therapy. You know, I had a.
Okay, but you just went 5 years ago, though, right?
Well, see, here's the problem. The problem is, first I had to go to work so that I can make the money to see a therapist. Well, just one decision that I made, as I would say, the decision that I made.
No, absolutely not. I'm not going to let you have that. I'm not going to just let that go. I had to go to work to make the money. Bullshit.
No, I'm not talking about that. That's not what I mean.
You said I had to go to work to make the money to pay a therapist.
No, what I am saying is that
that's what you
mistake
said.
That I made.
That's what you said. I said, basically what I'm pointing to is, ma'am, school gave you access to a therapist. And you're saying you went to a therapist, the first thing out of your mouth is because of school stress. So if I took school away, you wouldn't have access to that particular therapist, and you also wouldn't have had that animating reason. So it stands to reason that you probably wouldn't have gone to therapy. So you'd have just gone through life doing the same things. And that's what I'm saying. The world has coddled women so much to where even in trying to take accountability, you're skirting accountability. Because if you took it 5 years ago, how long were you in therapy?
No, I said the 2015 was my last year in therapy, but I started after I had my first daughter.
So how long were you in? That's what I just said.
Yeah.
2015, you were done. How long were you in it?
So she was born in 2003. So I would say altogether maybe 7 to 10 years.
Holy shit.
7 to 10 years. Yeah.
You don't. What do you?
No, because a lot of what I'm learning.
No. Therapy can become an addiction and a crutch. You guys heard it. 7 to 10 years in therapy. And the end outcome is where we're still at the same outcome. And the world has allowed this to happen with women. I'm still drinking and drugging. Been in treatment for 7 years. I ain't been in since 2015, but here I am in another dead-end relationship. Can't make this shit up. Ma'am, you're muted. You're muted. Because I'm starting to lose my patience because I'm starting to sense disingenuousness in you. And instead of doing that, I will say this. Wrong show, wrong time. Book a session. No, this is for the women who. No, ma'am. All right, let's do this. What? You're still talking. You're muted. Holy shit. Unmute yourself, ma'am. Okay. I mentioned several times you were muted. Okay. Okay, but this is not the program for this. And the reason I muted you, ma'am, is because I'm starting to sense disingenuousness in you. You were in therapy for 7 to 10 years. That is an extreme amount of therapy to still be in a dead end relationship,
And
ma'am.
I'm just really trying to explain things to you,
I
like
don't
trying
need
to
you
get
to.
it
I
out
don't
as
need
quick
you to
as
explain it. No,
possible.
ma'am. This is why I said wrong show, wrong time, wrong program. Not time for this. If you want to explain it to me, if you really want, book a session. It's not the program for this. There's no explaining it. Really. You're 20, you're 42. You can go to college, get a graduate degree, make two kids of two different people, be in therapy for 7 to 10 years. We all got reasons. I want the audience to understand. We all got reasons. We all have reasons. We all have reasons. But the world does not owe you or me understanding. And the world is far more lenient with women, allowing women to do this than men. And it's to your detriment. So if you have a disagreement, raise your hand. Because I want to talk to people who have a disagreement. Okay. All right. There's a raise your hand feature, but we're going to do this. First name. Okay, you're going to go ahead and mute yourself. iPhone. Hi, what's your first name? Erica? Okay, what's your disagreement?
um, we shouldn't rate ourselves so high
Right.
after, and that if we didn't, I know from previously you'd said that if we didn't ask the previous guy to marry us, that the future guy shouldn't have such a hard time with dating us as well. Is that correct?
Well, what's the well, you're mixing. So let's be direct. What's the disagreement?
Well, because I'm 34 with 2 kids, and I just recently got divorced maybe a couple of weeks ago. So I actually did the right thing. I got married at 23 to my junior high school sweetheart. So when I watch it, I don't feel as discouraged as other ladies. I kind of semi agree with you, but
I'm still not understanding the disagreement. I'm still not understanding the disagreement.
Because I don't feel like you're rated based on the children you have. Because as I said, I did the right thing. I got married.
Okay, hold on. You were married. Your children are a result of marriage, right?
Yes, my tourism. I got married at 23.
Well, well, you still make no mistake, man. You are still rated as a result of the children you have. Make no mistake. The men, well, are unanimous with this. You may not feel like it's right. You may not like it, but the men get to decide, not you. Do we agree? Do we agree on that? Do we?
Yes, I agree.
Okay, so if we agree on that premise that men get to decide, then how you had your children also matters. Your children were a result of marriage, not nothing else. I mean, so you weren't a baby mama, so that's different. So
I don't want to say baby mama. I'm an ex-wife now. I'm not a baby mama.
So you weren't a baby mama.
No, I weren't. Right? No.
That's what I'm saying. You were not a baby mama, so that's different.
Right. So I don't feel like we should be rated based on the children. Shouldn't we be rated based on the level that we made a guy go to? I mean, as far as I wasn't willing to.
No. You still okay, ma'am. First of all, if you come back out here in the Dayton open market, right? You have 2 kids, right?
Right.
A man has to deal with that.
Even if there's an active father?
Yes.
So I should be dating someone that has kids.
You're still going to be judged on, still counts, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You ladies don't want your kids to cost you anything.
No, I don't mind.
But they okay. You shouldn't be right. You're saying what they shouldn't be. Well, according to who?
Well, what I'm saying is
you got to be on camera, or we don't do this.
Oh, okay, because my phone is getting a message here. Sorry.
Okay, that's okay.
I have to.
I just don't allow people to be okay. So when you say you shouldn't be, why do you say you should not be?
I just believe that it should be based on how we carry ourselves.
Okay, but that's not
Do you
what.
see me now? Sorry.
Nope. I'm gonna ask you to start your video again. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's what you believe, right? But who gets to decide?
No, because I've been watching you for a couple of weeks
Who
now, and
who gets to decide in the dating market? Who gets to decide?
if you want my personal opinion,
No, it's not personal. Who, in the dating market, who gets to decide how women are rated? The opposite sex.
right? I
So,
mean,
man.
society says that. That's what I believe. Society says that.
So,
But I
man,
felt I.
it doesn't matter
Okay.
what you feel.
Hmm.
Why is that so hard for you to accept? That if you go in the dating market, you may feel one thing, but men get to pick.
Right. No. I agree with you. You say men get to pick.
Uh-oh. Wrong person. Got too many people in here. Come back in here. Too many folks. I don't think ladies are getting an understanding that it's like, well, should it matter how you got your babies? Uh, yeah, it does. iPhone. Let's get back to you again. It shouldn't matter, I guess, according to you guys, but go ahead and unmute yourself.
Yeah. No. I was basically saying now that I'm on the market now. Is
Uh-huh.
just that the way I approach life now, I've had the experience of being married with 2 children already.
Right.
So it's not, I don't feel like a guy would able to persuade me into thinking I'm going to stay in something that's not going to come with any type of form of commitment because I'm way smarter than that. You know, I require marriage.
Okay. That can be your standard.
Mm-hmm.
But the bottom line is this. You're divorced with 2 children.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get to command the same price you did as a single woman with no kids.
Right.
They count.
Right. But in your previous videos, you always say that your main point is that when you have kids, you didn't require the last man to marry you. Now you're speaking to someone that required the last man to marry you.
Yeah, but you didn't stay, so it doesn't matter. I mean, it matters to a little bit. Man, you get credit for being married. Granted. Who filed for divorce?
I did.
That counts too. Why?
It was just a lot going on, you know, family members.
Why? What was the reason that you decided to break your covenant with your husband?
Well,
Your
he
cu-
left.
your
I
husband
mean,
got.
he decided he wanted to start doing excessive cheating and doing whatever he wanted to do,
Okay.
and I just wasn't tolerating that.
Okay.
So I decided.
And in this country, you are free to make that choice.
Right.
But the men in this country also look at women and say, guess what? You divorce your husband, I am going to pay attention to why you did it.
Right. So basically, you know that I'm not
No,
going to
ma'am,
tolerate cheating.
I'm not done. They're going to look at why you did it. And men are also not as naive to just take what you say, because 80% of divorces are filed by women.
Mm-hmm.
And see, adultery, what we don't know about is what you did and what the problems with you.
Right.
Because I'm gonna say right now, I'm going to assume you probably weren't the easiest person to get along with either. So leaving your marriage has a cost.
Now, come on, Mr. Samuel. You ain't going to say would man would leave his wife? Would man would leave his kids?
Excuse me. Leaving your marriage has a cost. You said the words, "Till death do us part."
I did.
Okay, and you didn't do it. In sickness
Right,
and health, for rich or for poor, for better for no, ma'am, don't overtalk me. For rich or for poor, sickness and health, better or worse, till death do us part. He didn't say excessive cheating or when I got tired of it or when I felt like he wasn't doing A, B, and C. That's nowhere in those vows.
No, what I'm saying is he moved out of the home.
Okay. He moved out of the home.
Right. He didn't want, he wanted to be separated, and I don't believe in separation.
Okay.
If we're going to do it, we're going to do it.
Okay. All right. Let me go ahead and make this round. Ma'am, whatever your situation is, it's your story. On the open market, due respect, no one cares. They're looking at you as how old?
34.
34 with 2 kids. What's the oldest?
15.
And how's the youngest?
5.
Yeah. You got a 15 and a 5-year-old. You'd be looking effectively for a stepfather. That's what you're looking for. Because you said I require marriage. So you're looking to be found by somebody who's willing to be a stepfather to a 15 and 5-year-old. That ain't many men. That ain't many men. So, like it or not, your marriage dissolution, wherever it happened, your problem. On the market, somebody says she's got a 15 and a 5-year-old. I'll go take the 24-year-old with no kids. It lowers your value because you got at least another kid for another 12, 13 years in the house that a stepfather would have to pay for.
What about
Involve father or not.
I don't know. We share custody. I'm not sure about that. But what about a father that has
ma'am,
kids?
if you had a husband in a year, if he brought some Doritos in the house, could the kid eat the Doritos?
Oh, what do you mean if I had
If you married another man in the next 2 years, could your youngest son eat the food that man brought in the house?
Of course, anything I buy.
Pay attention. This is what I mean. Then he's still paying. See, this is what it is. You ladies, you don't seem to understand. It is not a man's nature to want to take care of another man's offspring. In nature, when a man takes over another woman, what is in nature? What do? They kill the cubs. They don't pay for them. Your children are not an asset to another man. They're an expense and a liability. How often does somebody get up on the stage winning a big trophy and award and say, I'd like to give a big shout out to my stepdaddy? They don't do that. They say, oh, thanks, Mom. I've been a stepfather, ma'am. Men aren't rushing to be stepfathers, and black men were the most accepting of children. What state do you live in?
I live in New York.
Yeah, go ask an actual Chinese man what does he want to take on somebody's kids. Go ask the man from Pakistan or the Middle East. See what they think.
Most men that I know that has kids already is willing, but I don't know any single men with no kids. I've never bumped into any.
You never married into a what?
I never bumped into a single man with no kids. So I really know.
I'm saying men of other races, their women already know that you better stay with the baby daddy, the husband, because we ain't trying to be stepfathers.
Right.
So whether you think it's fair, you can say, I did it the right way. Okay, well, you get kudos for that, but your marriage dissolved. You filed for divorce. The way you're telling the story that I'm only going to accept with a grain of salt because there are three sides, yours, his, and the truth.
No,
but at the end of the day, you broke your covenant. He moved out of the house. Men typically don't do something for no reason. It's not like you were just the perfect wife and he came home and said, yo, Gladys, I ain't moving. I ain't living here no more. I'm out.
Well, I mean, if for a second, I just want to tell you, we've been together since 7th grade. His excuse was that, he wanted to know what it feels like to live life. We've been together since 14 years old.
Okay, well, all right, ma'am. Okay, let's take that. Then your choice was to either decide to let him go live life so whatever. Those are your choices.
Right.
What did Big Mama, when Big Daddy did that back in the day, you know how many times back in the day when folks was beating half brothers and shit from across town? See, I'm gonna just be honest. Modern women aren't made of the same stuff women of the past were. And most of you think it makes you liberated. It makes you alone. That's what it does, because the bottom line is you're a 34-year-old woman with 2 kids out here in New York. That's what it comes down to. And any man that you'll be dealing with would be looking to be a stepfather. And you say your ex is involved. Ain't no man really trying to be a stepfather with another man in his
No,
input.
I mean, he's not involved. We have a custody order.
But he's still involved, meaning that man would still have his children would be in another man, your ex-husband. And your current, and if you married a new husband, your ex-husband would have influence in another man's house. We don't work that way.
Well, I mean, it's getting a little confusing because the last video I watched of yours, you said that
here's a confusing part. Stay with your husband. Stay with your husband.
The children was going to be inside the house, and that would be an issue. So my kids won't all.
Nope. Stay with your husband. It's not really confusing. I'm sorry that you don't like it. Men don't want to be stepfathers. It's better because you're a baby mama, but that's still it. So I don't understand why women are just like, well, wait a minute, wait, like there's one size fits all. You want one size fit all? Stay with your husband. Because on the open dating market, I'm gonna do this, man. I'm gonna take you off camera because I'm trying to be nice, but I think you're just being a little bullheaded.
Oh
Here's
no, no,
how it
I'm
really comes
listening to
down to,
you.
man. Here's how it really comes down to. Do you want to have any additional children?
If I get married again, I will. It has to
Man,
be with marriage, though. It can't be out of
right.
wedlock.
Look at this. Well, and everything. And it's all what you have to. What about the what about the kind and caliber of man that you want? What about what he wants? Let's talk about that. All we've heard about is you. What? Tell me about the kind and caliber of man that you want. What does he want?
I mean, I'm willing to have another child if he's willing to get married. I'm not willing to have a child out of wedlock.
Again, this is again. Let me say again. All we've heard about is what you do and don't want. I'm asking you about the kind and caliber of man that you want. What does he want from a woman?
You asked me about an invisible person that I didn't meet yet. What does he want? I don't know what he wants. I haven't met him yet. I'm confused about the question. You're asking me what
You
a
can't
man
make
wants
this
that I
shit
didn't meet
up.
yet?
But no, but see, but the funny thing is, ma'am, you can damn sure say what you ain't gonna do with the person you ain't met yet. So what you're
No, what
showing,
I'm saying is
no, no, do no, 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 no,
you will
no, don't
advise me to
overtalk
have
me,
a
don't
baby out of
overtalk me,
wedlock?
don't overtalk me. What you're basically showing is you know what you do and don't want, but you put no thought into what kind of money would a man have to make to marry and facilitate a house with one, two, and three possible kids? What do you do for a living?
I'm a life coach.
And what kind of money would a man? What kind of money would a man need to make to have a 15-year-old, a 5-year-old, and possibly a newborn?
I
What
feel like
kind of?
if I answer, you're just going to cut me off. So I'm not sure if I actually answer the question.
Well, then get off my camera. I mean, you can
No, I'm
leave.
not. I'm not. No, I'm
Well,
just saying. You're
answer or
asking
go.
me.
Answer or go.
I'm trying to answer, but you're not
Then
letting me
answer.
respond.
No,
Right.
well, go answer or
I
go.
don't feel like he has to have a lot of money because they have a father that's active in their lives.
That's not an
So
answer.
it wouldn't be a full responsibility on
That's
him.
not an answer. Give me a number.
I would say about 80,000 to be good here where I'm at.
Do you care if he's black or not?
No,
Right.
I date
What percentage
souls.
of men? What percentage of black men make $75,000 or more in this country?
I know some black men that make $75,000.
What percentage of black
Oh, I'm not
men?
sure about the percentage. I'm not
Guess.
sure.
Guess.
Can I ask you a question or no?
I'm already after you answer mine. Guess.
Okay. I'm not sure. Probably 20%.
15. 15%. So 15 out of 100 men make the kind of money you're talking about. So that means 85 out of 100 men are not there. And of those 15 men, they have to be heterosexual, single, available, willing to be stepfathers, wanting to deal with a woman who's older, and wanting to deal with another man. See, this is what I mean. You put no thought into even the basics of what this man needs to be. The questions I've asked are more clarifying questions about a man than you. All we're hearing about is, well, I ain't this and I ain't that. That's what you ladies do. Always think about what it is you want, but you don't think about the man that has to deal with this. A man that has to come in to marry you has to step into your complex X relationship. I don't care how you slice it. Those are two autonomous human beings, your 15-year-old, your 5-year-old, and your ex-husband. Those are three different sets of testosterone and masculine energy he has to deal with. Then he has to deal with you.
Is that a single man we're speaking about, or we're speaking about a man that comes with his own baggage?
See why he left. See why he left. Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. The need to be right should have kept going on and on and on and on and on. I mean, seriously, guys. I mean, do you see this shit? You can't make this shit up. Who in their right mind would want to deal with that? Did anybody sense femininity? Cooperative, competitive, cooperative, submissive, softness? Did anyone sense anything remotely nurturing? Did anybody? Ma'am, go watch the replay of that. You ain't paying me a dime and talking about the videos I make and said this, said that, said this. I can't be responsible for your misunderstanding of the videos. You're suffering from confirmation bias, and I spent more time than I should trying to talk to you, and all you were just getting worse. That's why I just hung up on you. I'm like, this is crazy. Now y'all understand why he probably moved out of the house and wanted to be gone? I mean, really? All right, so here's what we're gonna get to. Jada, you got to be on camera. You don't get to speak without being on camera. If you have a disagreement, raise your hand. I'm going to lower all hands. If you have a disagreement, raise your hand. Roxanne, you're up after Melissa. Go ahead, Melissa. Melissa just went to the dark. You got to get out of the dark. I can now. Go ahead. What do you got for me?
Like a debate as to anything, but I kind of wanted to know from your perspective, like from someone who has kind of been with someone for a while, and they kind of fall into the categories you say as far as like educated.
Do you have something on the topic?
Yes, this is about the topic. In the sense that, like, if you are, I feel like a lot of times. You talk about women who are educated and stuff like that and how that can hinder a relationship. But what if someone that is educated and then is with somebody and later in that relationship, they realize that they grew apart or things are not working?
Ma'am, I don't understand the question.
Do you still think that they would be considered, like they wouldn't be able to find a high value man if they're like 34 and
that's too complex of a question for a short answer.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. It's too complex. I can't give you a pat answer for something.
Right.
So.
Yeah, there's a lot more to it. So I'll probably just try to gather like everything in one and then get back with you.
All right. Thanks. Yeah, you're just wasting it, isn't it? All right, Roxanne. Yeah, I don't think these people are bright enough to realize that you'll never get on camera doing that. You just waste your time. Roxanne. Now your audio is off, Roxanne. Your microphone's not on. Hide self view. European. Here we go. All right. So while Roxanne tries to get it. Roxanne, your audio's not connected. Jada, your audio's not connected, and your camera's not on. All right, so ask to unmute. Go ahead. Hello. What's your first name?
Ethiopia.
What do you got for me on the topic?
On the topic, I don't have any disagreements, but I'm just unsure about some things. Is
okay. How old are you?
I'm 27 years old.
Okay, go ahead.
As far as like you said, like educated women, they don't have any time, right? On the flip side of that, and I'm just strictly asking an unbiased question because I try to remain unbiased in everything, right? So, what about for like with men who don't really have time for you, right? If you've like met a man and you've seen him like a couple of times, but he doesn't have any time for you, how does that work, Mr. Samuels?
I don't. If he doesn't have time, okay. Um, in general, a lot of you ladies suffer from one-itis. You get focused on one man. If he doesn't have time for you, keep it moving. That's a pretty simple answer. Why do you want to deal with somebody who doesn't have time for you?
Just maybe if you haven't ever been like struck by anybody else, and then this one.
So again, one-itis.
Right. My next question is
Okay,
how do you
I gotta get to the topic, and I got some disagreements. So hold on.
Okay.
If I have some time left, I'll come back to you. Go ahead and unmute, Roxanne.
Good night, Kevin.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So what's the disagreement?
My disagreement is in regards to education.
Okay.
I've recently come across your videos. I was introduced, I think, like a lot of the world, with the Average at Best video.
Right.
And that initially, when I watched it, upset me a little bit.
Why?
But I thought you came across as callous.
Okay.
Essentially.
Did you watch the entire video?
I did. And I actually went back and watched it several times. So since doing that and watched several of your other videos, I've actually become a bit of a fan.
Okay.
In terms of, I agree with a lot of the things that you say.
Okay.
But when it comes to, I'll put it this way, because I agree with a lot of the things that you say, I think that it's a little broad to say, or rather, I don't think your message of being overeducated is being communicated effectively to the right audience, right?
What's the disagreement, though?
That's my disagreement. I think when you're talking about being overly educated, if you're talking to a young woman between the ages of 18 and 30, then you want that woman to follow your advice. If she wants to be married, if she wants to have children, that's where she should be putting her effort. But if you've approached what you would call the danger zone, I don't see what's wrong with pursuing more education.
Well, I'll tell you very simply. What do you want?
Well, Kevin, because I agree with you, what I want.
No, what I mean, it means that what I mean by what do most women want who call this show?
Oh.
They want to be mothers, wives. That's what most women want. I am not trying to make a one-size-fits-all for everybody.
Okay.
Most women who call this show want something from a man. So I don't understand.
Well, to your point, you can't always get what you want, right, Kevin?
Well, but no, you get what you negotiate. And
but if I'm not, oh, sorry, go ahead.
You get what you negotiate, number one. Number two, I don't understand why one man is expected to be so broad and so balanced and cover all these bases. No, I'm going to stay exactly here. Let other people do that. Are you telling me I'm miscommunicating to an? No, I think I'm focused. I'm communicating rather well to the audience. It just may not be the message you approve of.
I think maybe I'm saying it wrong. What I mean is, to your point, if you are a woman who has found yourself at age 35, 36, unmarried, no children, and marriage and children was something that you wanted, but you put it off, you didn't, do what you were supposed to do to find those
You
things.
have to shorten it up, ma'am. You have to shorten it up. I got other people to get to. I want to give you your time, but you got to be kind of long-winded.
Sure. If you find yourself in that position, why wouldn't you seek out more education?
Because education is because see what you're saying. First off, the preconceptions is you find yourself in a position. You put yourself in that position. Life is about what? Your why. And what you're basically saying is why? Education doesn't hurt. Education is not a problem. Well, it is if you ultimately want to be a wife and a mother, especially if you want to be a wife and a mother. And like many of these women who really don't want to have to be responsible to pay any significant bills after they're pregnant. So many of these women don't want to do anything with these careers, these jobs, all this stuff that they got, because they would rather be at home raising their kids. Then it only makes sense that all the acquisition that debt and education is a waste of French toast time if they had the man that they thought they should have. But see, instead of telling women to focus on becoming the kind of woman you need to be to get the kind of man you want, we tell women to take plan B. We tell women to get some insurance, go get a degree and get some insurance in case it doesn't happen. And guess what? It ends up not happening. So what happens is they end up going right down the path. 27 years old, don't have a man, might as well go to school. Where do you think I got that from, ma'am? I've talked to thousands of women who have done this.
Right.
Thousands.
Okay. I suppose I just feel like if you've gotten to that point, your education is kind of all you have.
Well, that's the problem now, ain't it?
Right? I mean, but based on what you're saying, if you've gotten to the point where you're over 35,
You know how many strong, independent, and alone women are dying right now in the West?
I don't know many independent women.
Well,
I was raised West Indian. I was raised by a mother and a family that put marriage.
but you live in the, but you live with, but in the neighborhoods and in the community you live. Was everybody like you?
A lot of West Indian neighborhoods, a lot of West Indians in the community. Yes.
But outside of the West Indian neighborhood, I mean, you've been okay. That's not the norm. If you watch my show, you see the norm. How many women call into this show who really seem to be happy pursuing their degrees and their careers? Do you consider a woman who's 5'6", 200 plus pounds to really be a happy woman?
Was having a family, but my family also encouraged me to get an education, so I split my attention.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I find myself in the position, kind of.
Well, how old are you? How old are you?
I'm 35.
Okay, and you came from a West Indian family that valued
Marriage and family unit, yes.
And you're not married.
And I'm not married. No.
Do you have and what's your highest level of attainment, degree attainment?
An associate's degree.
All right. So, due respect, it only takes 2 years to get that.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you not? Why not a husband?
I went right into the corporate world out of high school. I didn't go.
Okay, with 35, you went right out. But why no? Why no man between now and then? If you were raised West Indian to focus on family.
I dated a lot. I did. Well, I dated a lot. And short-lived. I think my longest relationship was 4 years.
Yeah, but why no? 4 years. That's a long time.
Yes. But I was young. I was young at the time. That relationship began in high school.
Okay. 35, West Indian, associate's degree. And see, the fact that so many black women are just chronically single. Because I'm going to be honest, I don't hear many black women paying any attention to who black men are or what black men want. This show has been my show has been a laser on how many black women really don't know black men, nor know what they want. And even when you tell them what black men want, they don't care. They want to give black men what they think they should have.
I do want to thank you for the platform because I've certainly learned a lot.
Well, I appreciate it, man. I'm going to get on with the rest of these calls.
No problem.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good night.
Thank you. Guys, I have the highest speed internet. We've been having internet issues over here. They're upgrading something at the central office. So, why that woman from New York was so frustrating is because there are so many people who will coddle women. Oh, you got married, you had 2 kids, and he cheated on you. And I mean, you gotta understand that women are really good at telling their side of the story. And when something's gonna break up, you want to see a good marketer? Go watch a woman who knows she's gonna break up with somebody. She'll go around telling everybody her side of it. But when you get back out here in the real world, the world is like, I don't care about none of this. All you guys in the Zoom room, you got to get on camera. Cheyenne, you ready? Cheyenne, your microphone's not connected. Sabrina, if you're not going to get on camera, you got it. Your hand is up. I'm going to go ahead and bounce you. Boop, 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 boop. Boom, boom, boom. So, lots of women can, we don't tell many of our sisters the truth. to where the truth ends up becoming shocking, to where, like a woman in New York, it was so hard for her to get her mind around the fact that I'm a divorcee with 2 kids, and I need to go to the market and act like I am. Understand the example I'm about to give. Like I'm damaged goods, like I'm used goods. If you've ever gone to Best Buy, I ordered something for Best Buy and it went to the wrong address. If you ever order something for Best Buy, there's something called an open box item, meaning that retail price for this is one thing, but if someone opens it, regardless of how much they use it, the price is less. It can still have the same packaging, same instructions, but the integrity of the package has been compromised. Open box items are what women need to act like they are on the market. At best, you're open box. At worst, you're damaged goods. And listen to that woman talk as if she had all these bargaining chips. Well, I ain't gonna do this and I ain't gonna do it. All that attitude. And I'm thinking, man, you 34 years old with a 15-year-old and a 5-year-old. That's already a hard enough thing to explain. You had your first kid at 18 and 19 years old. You mean a man would been with you since 7th grade and he left you? How hard is it to be with you? How hard is it to be with a woman that you have met at 7th grade and was your high school sweetheart and he left you? I think any man who would date, you need to interview exes. Imagine if you had a chance to interview your ex, what his side of the story would be. Even if he agreed that, you know what, I was horrible, I shouldn't have did this, I shouldn't have did that, I can guarantee you that he'd have some things that would not be too glowing. And women like her don't come into the dating environment with any level of humility. The attitude, the ego is outrageous. Like, I'm the prize, I'm the this, I'm the that, and I'm not going to do this. And I'm like, no, ma'am, you need to act like you are damaged goods. Open box. Now, I know that's going to get cut up and repurposed, but I don't care. The point is still the same. We got an excellent connection. Cheyenne, you ready to go? Let me unmute you. Unmute yourself. Ask Cheyenne to unmute. Hello. How are you? I am well. What do you got for me? Let me go ahead and put you on. My advice for what?
Your advice for the PhD women.
The PhD women, and I mean, depends on what you want. What do you want? Are you a PhD woman?
I guess you could say that. But first things first, I'd prefer not to be placed on your YouTube if possible.
You don't have to be.
Perfect. I suppose I am. I'm in medical school.
Mm-hmm.
What other information do you desire? I'm sorry.
How old are you?
27.
What do you want from a man?
I guess I would say that I too would want a man of, I don't even want to say high value, but.
Do you want a husband?
Absolutely.
Children?
If he wants children, yes.
You're a woman that you don't want children necessarily?
No, only of course, within the constitution of marriage. So,
of course, but I'm assuming you get a husband. Do you want kids?
Yes, I probably want one.
Okay. Why?
Why do I want kids?
Why do you want just one?
There really isn't a particular reason. It depends on finances, and I'm big on, I just need to be in a good place. And so if...
But you're in medical school.
Correct.
To do what?
Become a physician.
What kind?
I would like to go into internal medicine, so an internist.
So you're not going to be broke?
No.
Why is that important? It is, ma'am, why would a man want to marry a woman who doesn't want to have children?
I just said that I would have one.
No, that's selfish.
To have one?
You barely want, yes, let me explain.
Okay.
You're definitely not enthusiastic. You don't sound anything like a wife or a mother. That's honestly what it is. You sound like you're going to go work, be a doctor, make some money, buy a dog, and die alone. Because most women want a husband so they can go have their kids. It's like your world is supposed to be about your man and your family.
Okay.
So when I hear a woman say, "I would like to have a husband," the follow up question is, what does the kind and caliber of man that you want or would accept want from a woman? And I will tell you, he's going to want a woman to have his legacy because he's going to at least have some money.
No, and I agree with you wholeheartedly. That's something that I'm working on personally. So I know you are a big proponent on sending people, to therapy, and that's something that I'm going to
working on what?
Working on the point that you just made, that I didn't seem to be enthusiastic about it.
Are you an only child?
Correct. So
Stop. Don't glance past that. How'd I know that?
Because it's the truth.
No, how did I glean that?
Probably because I said I want one kid.
No. Because you're selfish. Only children tend to be selfish.
Oh,
you present.
I'm not an only child. I thought you.
Okay. That's why I asked. Are you an only child?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said. I thought you asked me.
How many siblings do you have?
I have one.
What's the age gap?
2 years.
Who's the oldest?
My brother. So.
Okay, so you're a baby girl.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Only children are selfish by nature and tend to be a little bit socially awkward. We need some adjusting. I was one. You know who tends to be right behind that?
I take it you're going to say baby girls.
Yes. But if you have an older brother, the last in the birth order is selfish. It's all about you. What I want. Ma'am, it's not personal. Because at the end of the day, you go out and become an internist, the best in the region. You are Dr. Cheyenne medicine woman. You are whatever you want to be. You're earning, your accolade. You have everything that you could want professionally. And then what?
I would want a family, but I would want a husband and a kid. I think that you might be blending maybe some experiences. I don't find myself to be selfish in that nature. The reason why
I'm not blending anything. I'm saying if you had everything you want, you would say you want a husband and a kid. But at what point do you start prioritizing being found by the kind of man you want to marry?
I agree with you. It's now. It would be now because you'd have to be in active pursuit of both things that you would desire.
All right. And you're 27.
Mm-hmm.
When you graduate out of medical school?
One more time, I'm sorry?
When will you be out of medical school?
29. 29, yes.
Are you actively seeing anyone right now?
Yes.
How long have you guys been together?
6 years.
How many?
6 years.
Oh my God. So I wasn't too far. Why aren't you guys married?
I think that he wants to be in a better place.
Absolutely not. You're 27 and been with someone for... Guys, listen, man. Stop and just process. 27, you've been with somebody for 6 years. You should have been married 5 years ago. He wants to be in a better place. For fucking what?
I thought that you correct me if I'm wrong though. The previous videos I've watched of you, you've stated that you feel that a man's ideal marriage age is about 35.
In general, yes.
So then why would a man at 21, give or take 22, would want to be in a marriage so early?
And why would a woman at 27 be with a man who's not fit to be married to?
Okay, so then I do have a follow-up question for you.
No. You didn't answer that question.
No, you're right.
Stop. So here's the problem. If you're going to be with him for 6 years, Black women do this shit too much. You don't formalize anything with a man, so it doesn't count. I don't care if he's on fries at McDonald's. You've been with him for 6 years. Y'all should have been married. You've been with him 6 years or 7 years? 6 years or 7?
6.
You should have been married 4 years ago. I don't care what he's doing. You'd have been 4 years into a marriage. And whatever reason you're going to give me is, well, he wants the financial this and everything else is, well, I don't want to have a certain financial. What do you think people did 80 years ago? They built together. The stuff you're talking about is when a man is already on purpose and know what he's doing and already has resources. Then he goes to find his more traditional wife. You guys are both young and have been together for a long time. You might as well formalize it, but apparently there's a problem with here.
Okay.
And what is it? Why doesn't he want to marry you?
He does.
Has he told you he wanted to marry you?
Yes, sir.
And why did you not want to marry him?
I did not say that I didn't.
Then why don't y'all carry your ass to the county courthouse and formalize? Are y'all living together?
No.
Then what? Are you in the same state?
Yes.
Then what are you doing? Because you went to college. I went to college with plenty of people who got married in college and they're still married since college. But see, black folk, we do this too often. We do this. And as I'm saying it, you got to understand, 6 years at 27, it ain't like you.
So here's the thing, if you don't mind, if I can speak now.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I think that you make a lot of great points. And that's kind of the reason why I even wanted to come on your show. A lot of it is passed down from our mothers, our grandmothers, and our aunts. So we're taught and we're bred to wait. And we're bred to, you have to have this before this. So it's not particularly, I can't speak for him, but I don't think there's anything within our relationship that is the reason why we aren't getting.
When I asked you why he didn't want to marry you, said, well, I think he wants to do this.
That was from previous conversations.
Right. But, which is why when I said, does he want to marry you? And you said he does.
Yes.
Okay. Generally, if a man wants to marry a woman, he brings up the idea. Were you receptive to it? Were you excited about it? Were you like, oh my God, I'd love to be married? Or were you like, yeah?
Huh? You're absolutely right. So the answer would be no.
Exactly.
I see what your point is.
So your aunts and your grandmothers and everybody. Your aunts and your grandmothers got you on the path to being a doctor, being in a relationship 6 months plus years. And here's the thing. If you're not married, there's no real investment. If you guys were married at least 4 years, you'd have had at least 4 years of being married. But now you're going to end up running the risk of going out of medical school. And what does he do for a living?
He's in the entertainment industry.
Right. Everybody else, if you were Chinese, if you were Pakistani, if you were Iranian, would you be married by now to this man?
Absolutely.
Then what? There we go.
No, you're.
So what you do now is Dan with your auntie and your grandma and everybody else. Y'all go on ahead and formalize this because you've been together so long. You're really not fit for anybody else anyway. And because you're not. You've been together 6 years. You ain't fit for nobody else but him. You are a customized shoe for him, and he's customized for you. Y'all need to go on about your business, get out of the dating scene, and move on down with life. Shut your grandma up, shut your mom up, shut your nanny up, and go on.
I have one more question for you then. Since you're saying to go and get married, I've clearly watched your show. So to ask one more question, the women that come on and they're married at a younger age and they've done the ideal, or they have, they're ideally married at a young age. I've noticed that, like the previous woman as well, she had a kid, and then it's almost as if you have a failed marriage, right? You almost fall.
There are no guarantees. I don't know I know the long way about it. Well, what if it doesn't work? So right now it ain't working either.
Well, it's not almost. It really is.
See, this is the thing. The show next week, black women are terrified of marriage.
Yeah.
Y'all would rather live as side wives. Oh my God, side wives. Monday night show. You got PhD sidewives. This is a woman who wants to be an internist and medical. That's some of the highest shit you can be. And you cool with being a sidewife.
Woo.
No, you go ahead and do that. And Becky's sitting over like, you been on the guy for 6 years? And you don't have a ring yet? Oh my God. Okay. I couldn't do it. My father would not allow this shit, but you go ahead. Mm-hmm. But that's the thing. We don't have daddies either because ain't no daddy that will allow you to be a side wife to a Negro for 6 years. He'd have had to call this dude, hey man, what's your intentions for my baby?
My dad is very present. Very, very present.
He is. And does he know you're a man?
Yes, he does.
And so you're the hold up in the marriage.
It's not, no, honestly, yes. From our just conversation, that's exactly right. I'm not even gonna.
So your dad ain't present enough to elbow you in the jaw and tell you to shut up and take his marriage and get off my payroll.
Well, my father is very numbers oriented. So he's in he works, he's an accountant.
Mm-hmm.
And so initially, to be completely transparent, because I know that you have a nose for BS, he wasn't the man that I'm currently with. He wasn't always doing well for himself. This is it's a new occurrence.
Figured as much.
Building. One more time.
Figured as much.
Correct.
But it did. But did you pick him?
One more time.
But you picked him anyway.
Yeah, that's hardcore facts right there.
You picked him anyway, and you still were being intimate with him to be polite.
Facts.
Then I don't want to hear about your bean counting dad's nose.
You're breaking up. I'm sorry.
Then I don't need to hear about the bean counting dad. Look. Yeah.
But that was just answer. That was to.
I get it. He's not a lawyer to match his doctor daughter. I get it. Fathers want, but you're still been there 6 years.
I wasn't in medical school either at the time, so that's not really.
My point is, you allow. I said at the beginning of the show, being with the average black woman is too goddamn complex. Mm-hmm. Too complex. It should not be this complex. I'm in college. I'm young. You young. We're together 6 years. I will have sex with you, run the risk of getting pregnant, all this other stuff, but being your wife, can't do that.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. I suppose, no, that's the truth. I think that we carry a lot. I think that black women, and I run the risk of probably being flagged here, run the risk of...
Danger zone!
We carry a lot of the burdens that our mothers and our...
Where's your mother?
Where is she? She's in my life. I don't know if that's an accurate answer for you.
Okay, but the thing is, I'm not talking to a teenager. You're 27.
Absolutely.
I don't need to hear about the burdens of the previous generation.
No, I wasn't talking about
what I'm saying, ma'am, is ultimately black women in general, but the one I got on the line right now is bright enough to be able to go into medical school. It shouldn't be this complicated. It really shouldn't. It should be real simple.
With you.
Should be real simple. So now y'all got some conversation to do, because if you ain't gonna marry him, then go on about your business. Let him go. Because if you're not gonna marry him, stop playing. Because there ain't nothing when I hear these things over 3 years, I'm like, gone. Have a good day. I'm serious when I hear that stuff over that length of time. I'm like, what are we doing here? We just be like, well, I'll be with you for 10 years. Mm-hmm. Oh, this person back again. CO? Nope, I don't think so. So, ultimately what I'm saying is this. It's that being with the modern sister is just, it shouldn't be this complicated. I mean, I want you guys to think about how this really should be. It should be as simple as this. Think about your grandmother, your great-grandmother. They didn't date for 4 or 5 years. They met, they courted, they was married in under 3 months. And they went on to take on life. Now you're trying to get guarantees. And the thing is, it's not the men who are slow rolling the marriage. It's the women. It's not the men who are slow rolling this. It's the women. It's the women who, the very thing women say they want, they actively sabotage, avoid, and break. Because I think many women today know that they are not the kind of women they need to be to sustain a relationship for the long haul. I think many of you know that there's something missing because most women in past generations would not have thought to walk out on their men 80% of the time. Would not thought to do a lot of things that women are doing. But the way so many of you interact with men, so cold, so callous, so calculated, to the point to where men are almost inconsequential. And that's what the pandemic did. It actually showed women, guess what? You better start understanding what the men are for a practical standpoint. Because unless you plan on making $100,000 for yourself, if you're earning 40, 50, 60, 70,000 dollars a year, you are upper middle class. You ain't making no money. You're not gonna have no big significant retirement. You're gonna have to work until 65 and then hopefully have no medical illness, nothing, to have a small little nest egg to retire on. You know, there's an episode of Good Times in the 70s. I think I'm gonna find a clip on an episode of Good Times where there was an old woman who lived over there. She was an old widow. And what they went in her room one day and they found out what she was eating.
Meow 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 meow.
Some of y'all gonna mess around and overly manage this situation to where you by yourself with your dog eating cat food. Where y'all think all this money gonna come from? You think Uncle Sam just gonna be like, well, okay, well, we'll just send you food and medication and we'll keep the lights on and everything else. We'll give you a middle class standard of living when you're retired and not putting anything into it. Do you think Social Security is gonna be what? What do y'all think's gonna happen when y'all reach 60 years old? Cat food, Alpo, cat food, something. Ain't like you're gonna be eating steak. The major two employers in our community of women, federal government, retail. Retail going bye-bye. Federal government downsizing. There are practical reasons, ladies, and you need to understand this. The men are waking up and realizing that the leverage is on their side. So like I was telling that woman in New York, you need to go into this dating market with some humility. Check that attitude, check that ass, and realize you're an open box item. Actually, more likely than not, damaged. They need to damage that out. When they damage it out, first come, first serve. They're just trying to get it off the shelf, put the new stuff up there. Because there's new ones coming on the shelf every day. So, that's dope. Appreciate everybody. Good show. Good stuff. Let me read some of these super chats. Next Saturday, we're going to do the Saturday Night Talent Show on Instagram. Saturday Night Talent Show. Got things coming on, man. This Sunday, I'm going to be over with Abba and Preach. So I'll put an announcement on my community tab. I'll be doing a live stream with them. I want to say at 2 p.m. Eastern on their channel. And then on Monday, I'll be with the big homie Alpha Male Strategies, chopping it up over there with him. And then I got my shows the next weekend. I'll be in H-Town. So if you are in Houston, your godfather is fluting out to H-Town. We have a problem. We're back on schedule. H-Town, we have a problem. So I'll be in Houston. When is it? Let me pull up my calendar. So if you are in these cities, if you are in Houston, New York City, or Los Angeles, look for your boy, your God Fizzle, in the hizzle for shizzle, my peoples. What is going on here? I cannot wait. So let me see. My trips close. All right, so I'll be in Houston from the 1st to the 4th. And then I'll be in New York City from the 8th through the, what is that? 8th through the 12th? Yeah, man. Then LA, and then LA. Yeah, baby. Cannot wait. That's what it is. Cannot wait. What's going on here with my calendar? Details. Yeah. 1st through the 4th, H-Town. When I'm in H-Town, I cannot wait. It is crawfish season. Get me some of them mud bugs. Yes, sir. I like to plan my trips around food. Food and shopping. I'm a simple man. 1st through the 4th, H-Town. The 8th through, let's see, the 8th through the 11th for New York City, and the 14th through the 18th for LA, Beverly Hills. So I'll be, follow me on IG for notifications, things that pop up over there. I'm gonna be doing some on-site interviews when I'm in Houston, when I'm in LA, when I'm in New York. Shout out to the Pretty Professional Posse coming to see what's going on. Keep your ear to the ground, keep your feet to the street. That's what we're doing, man. Keep pushing the envelope, keep pushing the content. Don't put some paint where it ain't. Do not let it slow down. We are on the express. Woo, woo. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm glad we're back on track here. It's been a heck of a last 3 weeks. A lot is going on. But we're getting back on track. But I'm a little hungry. I'm very tired. And I got to get up out of here. So like I always say, man, check them out tomorrow. Tomorrow, guys, remember, it's the last weekend of fall, of winter. Suit Saturday. Put on your suit. Get out and about looking good in your suit. Suit Saturday in effect. Ladies, skirt Saturday. Get out, look good, smell good. Do the damn thing. Turn some heads. I want to see you. Post your best suit Saturday or best skirt Saturday on your IG storyline. But until the next time, peace. We are gone. Hey, I'm a PhD.
I'll make you famous.
I'll make you famous. Let's do it again.
I'll make you famous.
Yes. I cannot say what's wrong or right. It's not hard to fool me. Cause I'm addicted to the good life. Yeah.
Oh. Pull out the glasses. I got my new glasses down. Guys, you should always think about changing the lenses in your frame. So these lenses are really dark. Now I change them to indoor lenses. It's a little gray green tint. So tell your good night. All my Omega brothers, all the Q dogs gonna love those. Purple and gold. Shout out to Single Dina. Shout out to Smashley. Hey, to Dr. White. Shout out to Big Ice. Shout out to Anton. Shout out to Nate.
It's not a problem.
Shout out to AC Hatch.
Cause I know what
Shout out to
I'm
O'Shea Duke
getting
Jackson.
into.
Shout out to Obsidian Media Network.
Nothing
Shout out to
can
Minister
stop
Chap.
me.
What's going on, Donovan?
'Cause I'm addicted to you and
If I missed you,
realize
it ain't my fault.
either way I fall
I'm also gonna slide down to Miami.
to say
Hang out with the Fresh and Fit guys.
where we are heading now.
Oh, I think the guys from Cruise Season are here this weekend. If you're from Cruise Season,
Job it all.
I need to hit you up on IG, man.
So tell you
We need to get together. Take a picture or something. Have a drink. Get a steak. Go to Magic City Monday. Get some quarters and some dollars. Walk up to the girls and dance and give her $1 and ask for some change. Excuse me, ma'am, you got some change? Can you break this? Oh, you're going to hell. Life is choice driven. You get to choose. Peace and hair grease.